I don't know if you've been kind of watching, but South Park really hasn't lost a step, but it's become very, very hard to find, hard to watch. Uh, it has its Paramount Plus special events or whatever, Comedy Central, HBO, all these people. There's a $200 million lawsuit, 5 years in the making, has made finding South Park extremely difficult. Well, it's finally got a new home, but some bad news, as it appears a massive amount of their episodes will now be censored or banned. Very, very odd stuff. People are actually scrambling to buy the physical media. That's why I talk about physical media, folks. Physical media with the removal of it, this kind of stuff. I mean, even just look at Joe Rogan, who had a bunch of his episodes taken down. Did anybody have those? Does anybody have those old versions? I don't have South Park DVDs, but I took a look on eBay this morning and they're flying off the shelves. And this story is pretty disappointing. So let's get into that. Fortunately, there's a great way to watch episodes that are banned if you have a VPN. So if you don't, check this one out. Private internet access. Shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, if you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored. Paramount Plus is finally getting the South Park it's been desperate for years. After years of shenanigans and one still pending $200 million lawsuit, South Park is finally set to arrive on Paramount Plus in July. 4 years now, Paramount Plus has been desperate for South Park streaming content, that there's a literal lawsuit over it, as executives presumably regretful that they shopped the series streaming rights out of Warner Brothers Discovery once in future HBO Max several years back for an absolutely staggering amount of cash, have done anything they can to get as much online Cartman for themselves as they can. Now, though, the terms of the deal, which gave Warner Brothers exclusive streaming rights to South Park through June 30th, 2025, which is the end of the month, right? The end of next month, albeit with what turned out to be a ton of loopholes, are finally set to expire, meaning the whole series can now go on the parent company's personal streaming oasis, where it'll arrive July 1st. And for me, I'm very, very excited by this news. I have missed a lot of the South Park specials, a lot of the South Park special events, they call them, because I don't know where the heck to watch them. I see the reactions online. I see the clips online. I still haven't seen the one about the lockdowns. There's all sorts of stuff that, and I have Paramount Plus. So it'll be cool if, they actually do it. Once you know it, there's a brand new season of South Park rolling out in just 10 days after the deal ends, after taking the entirety off last year. We're genuinely curious how many episodes the show's 27th season will be, by the way. Since one of the many complaints is that ongoing Warner Brothers lawsuit is that Paramount switched to 6-episode seasons when it was on the hook to serve up new episodes to Max after doing 10-episode seasons before that. South Park Studios rolled out a teaser for the new season last month, assuring viewers that all things they worried about in the real world, airplanes, conflict with Canada, Diddy, will all be present in the new series. Here's the season 27 series, or teaser. Yeah. The drama returns, okay. Airplanes, like, I guess. Oh, I guess they're probably talking about the air traffic control stuff.
Have you been taking ketamine? Because I think it could really help you.
I mean, so I'm sure they're gonna claim it, so I can't really play too much, but they show it looks like they have the taking down the Statue of Liberty, the airplane collision stuff, air traffic control. That looks gross. So there's all sorts of stuff that I look forward to. There's 100,000 likes on this. You know, Butters being air traffic controller is going to be hilarious. Oh, hamburgers! That's a terrible, terrible thing, and I regret immediately trying to impersonate Butters. I apologize deeply for you having to hear that. But here's the thing. South Park is poised for streaming launch on Paramount Plus, but will it also stay on HBO Max? We don't know. After news of South Park's Paramount Plus move, fans are snatching up box sets amid censorship concerns. South Park may have famously taken out Kenny McCormick dozens of times throughout its nearly 3-decade run. A few elements of the animated series have now found themselves on the chopping block. Some of the show's most subversive episodes. Scheduled to depart its current platform, HBO Max, for Paramount Plus on July 1st, rumors have started swirling which South Park episodes will actually survive the move to its new streaming home. These whispers were fueled by a now viral post from TV critic Artie Reviews, who claimed that up to 15 episodes, including Jared Has AIDS, Terrence and Phillip Not Worthy Without My Anus, and 200/201 would likely wind up MIA come South Park's Paramount Plus debut. I understand why 200/201 and Super Best Friends will not be available to stream, but the rest are pretty good episodes that shouldn't be banned. He captioned the list, one allegedly sourced from Paramount Plus' existing South Park offering. Maybe Paramount is scared of the Scientologists going after them, or are in the cahoots with the cult, he concluded. For the time being, Paramount Plus has yet to address these rumored cuts, leaving us neither sure nor HIV positive that these episodes are going to get the axe. But even with speculation that HBO, which currently has some of the above episodes, could work out a streaming deal, some fans aren't taking any chances, and the comedy's central staple doing their damnedest to avoid the unfathomable sadness by stocking up on the DVD and Blu-ray series offerings. Do the recent box sets come with the banned episodes everyone is worried about being removed on streaming? One poster asked on the South Park subreddit, including images of a few of the series' home media options. They were far from the only ones looking to secure the South Park collection. Another bought both when I found out these episodes would be banned on Paramount Plus. Another fan shared, confirming the at-risk episodes were all there on the DVDs, as another argued that spending $50 a pop on 2 box sets would likely prove worthy in the long run. We'll be owning all of the good South Park before streaming mess, and Randy's weed escapade would be well worth it, they joked. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they're going to censor some of these episodes, that they're going to cut some of these episodes. Physical media, and people need to understand that when they went digital, when these outfits went digital, that's what was going to happen. We've seen this numerous times. We've seen them change movies that are 100 years old because they don't want to offend people. Here's a list of episodes reportedly to be banned from streaming. Big Gay Al's Boat Ride, Season 1, Episode 4. Terrence and Phillip is Not Without My Anus, Season 2, Episode 1. Pip, Great Expectations, Season 4, Episode 14. Super Best Friends, Season 5, Episode 3. You're going to ban that. Why? Because they show Muhammad, I think? I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember that episode. Jared Has AIDS, Season 6. Simpsons did it, Season 6, which is really weird. Canceled, Season 7. Passion of the Jew, Season 8. You Got F'd in the A, Season 8. 2 Days Before the Day After Tomorrow. Trapped in the Closet, which is that the Diddy episode? Cartoon Wars 1 and 2. 200 and 201, Season 14. Jubracabra and Ginger Cow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 episodes banned. There are a few known banned episodes on this list, such as 200 episode special, Super Best Friends, and Cartoon Wars 1 and 2, as they have been banned from broadcast and online releases for quite a while. But much of this list is a surprise. In these episodes, if these episodes aren't available for streaming on Paramount Plus later this summer. Paramount Plus has not made any official statement on the matter, as sometime at the time of this publication, so it remains to be seen. I mean, look, if they ban these things, would I be surprised, shocked? Not at all. This is why I always tell people physical media is king. You know, this is my big problem with modern video games. You never, ever own it. You just never own it. You know, look at when I was banned from Magic the Gathering for making fun of the woke weirdos. They banned me from Magic the Gathering Online and took my collection, which I had paid thousands of dollars for. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars I put into Magic the Gathering Online. Because I called a blue-haired weirdo a woke dork, they took that away from me. I subsequently filed somewhere like 20 or 30 PayPal complaints about them taking my product away, and PayPal actually sided with me against Magic the Gathering, refunding much of the money I had put into the game. Because you can't do that. I bought them, but now they've worded the terms of service so differently in these games that, you know, you never really own it. You don't own your movies. You don't own your video games. I saw the Nintendo Switch in a new video. I think Mudahar did a video. Nintendo actually can brick your console if they want. Let me look that up quick. Let me look that up. Nintendo brick console. Yeah, 1 week ago. Nintendo reserves the right to brick your entire console following unauthorized use. So, if Nintendo says, hey, you're pirating stuff and we don't like it, they can make sure the $400 and $450 console that you bought no longer works. That's hardware that you bought that is now in the terms of service. Then Nintendo can say, yeah, nope, can't do it. All recording and otherwise, Nintendo has confirmed that it will only review video and audio recording as part of its user reported system. But that doesn't matter. Without limitations, you agree that you may not publish, copy, modify, reverse engineer, lease, rent, decompile, disassemble, distribute, offer for sale, or create derivative works, blah, 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 blah. You acknowledge that failure to comply with foregoing restrictions to Nintendo may render not only your Nintendo account service and or the applicable Nintendo device permanently unusable in whole or in part. They've started to say you don't even own the hardware you buy. It's a spooky time out there, which is why I enjoy retro and indie games. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.